Alright, family. Gonna give people time to get up on the board, get things rocking and moving and moving and grooving and grooving. This is Brother Hatim. Of course, you know that. Hopefully, you know that. Because I can't say, because, pretty soon I won't be the only one getting up here doing shows on Gye-Nyame Journey Media. That's the goal, at least. Got some news about the market. We're going to call it a swap meet. We ain't calling it market. We're calling it a swap meet. Beat and swap. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have, depending on how many vendors we get and how many participants we can guarantee coming out, we want to get a live band. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all got suggestions for live bands, y'all let me know. We'll talk about a little bit about that in the toast and discuss aspect of the show. Which I believe is very important. Very important, because on these days like this, we are able to conversate a little bit more than usual. This is the weekend. Of course, it's Imani, great Imani to each and every last one of y'all. Let me send out the black signal so people know that I'm up. And then after the black signal go out, I can go and pull up my my chat. So we're going to give people time to populate. But you know what you need. You need your glass. You need your water. Come on, get your help drink. Hopefully some of y'all out there sipping on some ambrosia. You know what I'm saying? Or a drink that you made, a help drink. As a matter of fact, maybe today we could talk about some other help drinks that you could do. Teas, some concoctions that some of the other family members got out there. Y'all see, I've been making my coffee. When we do the swap meet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer the coffee to people that's there. You know what I'm saying? People that want the coffee. You know what I'm saying? If you want to try a little bit, I'm going to brew a big batch of the coffee so that, or at least show people how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be able to French press it all, so we're going to have a coffee maker out there. And we can make y'all some culturally appropriate coffee. You know what I'm saying? We try to make sure we get it out there. So hopefully the black signal has went out. I hope I sent it to the right group, because for some reason I'm feeling like I might have sent it to the wrong group. Nevertheless, the ones that need to get it, they on all the lists. So hey, they gonna get it. They gonna get it. I'm about to let y'all know what we streaming on at full steam in a second. Let's see where we at. Okay. The chat is on its way up. We got we're up on Periscope. We're up on Stream.me. We up on Facebook. Shouts out. We up on Hatim's Facebook. We up on Gye-Nyame Journey. I'm gonna have to start eliminating some of these streaming platforms because I got everybody spread out. So I gotta decide on. And I think I'm going to let the family decide on which one we need to stay streaming on. Shasha, you can split that. You don't want to split it? Huh? Okay. Long as you happy, I'm straight. Right now, a bagel can make my baby happy. One day she going to want a car. And I'm going to have to explain to her either how we exist here in America, or I'm going to be able to get her a car. I don't know. But we will see, and we will work towards making sure that we can do whatever we can for our children, right? Let's see. All right, so it still shows streaming. Let's see. All right, the chat is up. So first off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Give it up, Anime. Give it up, girl. And of course, this is the Daily Toast. And this is a Heart of a Simba production.
Stop. To blow up your old paradise.
Y'all heard it. Take some breaths. Get some movement in. Come on. It's only for a minute.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink some water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, drink, breathe, drink. Now, grab your glass and get some water. Grab your bottle of that water. Twist the cap off that water. Lift and pour that water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, lift, pour, drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Move, move, in. Now raise your glass and toast those ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast those ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast those ancestors. Now raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Raise, toast, in. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour the water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. What? Breathe, drink, move, toast. Man, here we go. Take your breath. Lift, pour, and drink. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Break down. Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take a breath. Lift and pour. Lift and pour. Lift and pour. Move your body. Move your body. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Toast your ancestors. Toast your ancestors. Let's drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to join us on Gye-Nyame journey that are joining us. I want to say peace, blessings, peace, power, and joy. And of course, 100 years. Drink your water, family. Come on, let's drink up the water. Let's drink the water. I'm going to put on some music real quick so that I could go on and see if we could get us a little monologue real quick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. All right. I had another beat on here. Let's see if we got another beat. Let's try this one real quick. Let's try that. All right, so family, you know, had a beautiful meeting yesterday. Shouts out to the host, Mr. Nabita Nelson. Hooked us up, you know what I'm saying? We got to sit down, we got to conversate and reputate and put some stuff together as far as the warrior training. And one thing I neglected to do was to look at when the next warrior training is. So yesterday was the 5th, so we will be having our next warrior training in exactly, it's 13 days now. It will be the 19th. January the 19th, we will start this year's warrior training. The first warrior training in 2019 will be on the 19th of January. We have also set up the last Kuumba in February, and I'm thinking that's the 23rd for our market slash swap meet or swap meet slash market. You know what I'm saying? Because family, we want people to understand that we're trying to bring something that will we need to stabilize the culture just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We always got to take one step. And one of those major steps is getting commerce to start happening within our community, right? Within our tribe, within this little part of the nation that we got. So we got space, we got the responsibility to handle it and make it happen, family. We could go and we could start building something big, right? So now part of the warrior training will be to learn how to run something like this market, because by us learning how to run the market, we're going to learn math, we're going to learn management, we're going to learn management of people, we're going to learn security, you know what I'm saying? We're going to learn putting on events. So all of the pieces that's going to go into helping build this market on a monthly basis is going to be also applied to when we start doing things like Kwanzaa, the Malcolm X Revolutionary Celebration type thing, you know, and all of the other cultural stabilizing holidays. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Thank you for coming out. And also, man, it's been a week of me just being able to run across old ambrosia, right? Sister Navita had some old ambrosia that she kept in the refrigerator for a while, but then she said, okay, I'm going to put it on the back porch because I don't want it to blow up. So we put it on the back porch, it never blew up, and it just sat out there in this cool weather. And man, because y'all know, Brother Hatim, whenever I see old ambrosia, I got to I popped the top, made the sound. I'm like, oh shit. Poured a little glass, sip some. Said, Kwame, you want to try? Kwame took the glass and finished my damn glass. Man, that damn Kwame, man, good God Almighty, man. But it was good, family. Let me say, it ages well. So when you keep it sealed, now when you open it, and because like what happens is with us, those that drink it, we open it, allow air in, and you know what I'm saying, we start that process. And what starts to happen is it starts being able to breathe because it uses the oxygen in the jar. You know what I'm saying? But when there's no oxygen left in the jar, it just could sit there and it could carbonate, right? And it kind of goes into a resting piece. Let's see. Hold on. Brother Kwame say, no, now bro gonna start lying. Oh, man. Oh, Kwame, you ain't sipped that whole... Come on, Kwame. Come on, man. Almost had to wrestle the glass out your hand. It was mature, but it was mature to a point where all of the sugar was not gone. You understand what I'm saying? So, perfect. It was at a perfect point, perfect level. So let's go on up here back to Cheese Grits. My daughters like this song. The first song was, let me make sure I get credit, Shine Like Music by Brother Shaka. This one is called Cheese Grits by Shaka that I'm rapitating over and drinking my water too. So we're going to finish up our water, family. R. Kelly is in the news once again because the documentary hit, and there's a lot of discussion around that. There's a lot of discussion around what happened with the young lady at the McDonald's in Florida. I think it's Petersburg, Florida, where the white dude jumped across and tried to snatch over the counter. And man, did she unload on him. Oh my God, did she unload on him. We could talk about that. We could talk about the R. Kelly piece. Because, I mean, both of those bring up important issues in our community. One is the predatory nature that capitalism produces. You know what I'm saying? You know, the predatory nature that that is presented to individuals that are able to produce capital, that they and the relationship that they form with people, other people in poverty, and people looking at them as a way out. You know what I'm saying? We call it soft prostitution. You know what I'm saying? We got some people softly pushing prostitution. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, you give me a certain amount of money, I give you some of this, or I give you some of that little one over there, or, my child could chill with you, because, I trust you. You're going to give me extra $5,000. You know what I'm saying? It's all prostitution. It's prostitution, family. Let's be real. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of our people, if we look at the way that the world is telling us to be, that's the way we're supposed to be, right? Money over everything. But the question always comes in, when do our values, what we truly value, and family, we have to be careful when we run into people, when they people that show us their values. When you see their values don't line up with yours, you might need to start moving in a different direction. This is why. Because somebody that show you that their value, what they value, when they show you their value, they show you what they worship. Which means that if what they worship turns them against you, you and your family are in danger. Money is what a lot of people value. Money, even though they don't say it. They'll go to church every weekend. They'll go to the mosque. They'll go to the meditation. They'll sit down and do the meditation. But when you start talking to them and you start hearing money, 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 money make the world go round, money over everything. Money, 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 money. It's about the money. You need to be aware. That individual's a mercenary. He could be paid to sell you. He could be paid to destroy you. He could be paid, or he or she could be paid to murder you. Right? So that's why it's important that, like, for example, a lot of people are like, why y'all do all the talking during the warrior training? Right? Because with young people, and even some new people coming in, we got to let them know that honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? We got to let them know about the 3 levels of learning. We got to let them know about the 7 unbalanced passions. You know what I'm saying? And then we got to take them on experiences where they can see this shit happening in real life, and put them in situations where they can see it happening in real life, so they can start evaluating and start really learning where their value should be. Right? Many times we leave it open for the world. You know what I'm saying? We send our kids. I mean, it's like we trust our children in an educational institution that is designed to produce small capitalists. And then we wonder why they're doing some of the shit they do. Come on, family. It's not hard to figure out. And the next piece we could possibly discuss, right? Let's look at the young girl in Florida. White boy pulled on her, and she unleashed hell on his ass, right? And thank God there was a camera there, because if not was a camera, if it wasn't a camera there, it wouldn't have went viral. None of us would have ever heard about it. And that little girl would have lost her job. But then I seen a lot of people complaining about the brothers over there. Like, the brothers needed to do something. The brothers did do something. They tried to pull her away from him, and then they went around and tried to help move him away from her. Now, y'all like, well, they should have knocked him out. They should have beat the hell out of him. But now, fuck this. Now, let's keep it real, family. A lot of y'all honestly don't grasp reality properly. Let me just be clear with you, right? First off, I'm at a job I don't like. Right? Second off, I might not seen what the fuck happened. And, I don't know the relationship between that girl and them boys or whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we might not even get along. Third off, I'm working at McDonald's if I'm working at McDonald's, it's not I'm working at McDonald's. See, because a lot of times we get caught up in TV thing, right? This individual is working at college, working at McDonald's to pay his way through college, or just to have extra money as a young person to spend in the world. When in fact, for most black kids, it's not about having extra money to spend in the world. It's about having enough money to live on and helping others to live on, and maybe even paying child support. So now, if I or that one of those black males was going to go around the corner and to lay hands on that man, not only would they lose their job, but they also could obviously face charges. Nobody ever takes that into account. Shit, when it comes to black men and shit, they don't be playing. Black women, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get a buy on some shit. But black men don't get a buy. Then Florida's a stand your ground state. Where this man, we don't know what this man had. That dude went around there and he did intercede and he moved that man away from that girl, right? And he did it in a way where he wasn't put in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? But if he would have went around there in an aggressive, super aggressive fashion, right? He could have been another gunshot victim. And what would have been fucked up, even though the white man was wrong, that white man still had the right to stand his ground. Then we never really look at who's really responsible. Was it the black man's responsibility to protect the black girl? Or was it Ronald McDonald, the clown? Where was Ronald McDonald? He's magical. He's supposed to be able to appear anywhere and do anything and warp reality. Where was Ronald McDonald then? Okay, cool. He couldn't do it. What about the corporation? What about the corporation's responsibility? I hear because I seen some people on timelines dissing the black men that was there, saying we got to stop that shit, and nobody is calling, a few people, my fault, but nobody is calling in the responsibility that McDonald's had to protect the worker. Or even how McDonald's going to compensate that worker. I think that worker deserves some days off with pay. What about you? You know what I'm saying? But, in the down low, what's might going to happen? She probably going to lose her job. I mean, y'all don't think that far, do you? Nobody think about that shit. McDonald's going to fire her ass. Right? Some of y'all going to raise the funk, and they just, because they know how we do. We get up, we raise the funk, and we forget. Right? We forget. Our memory is short. We need to get a memory like some of these other organizations. We don't forget shit. Don't forget nothing. Not realizing that our young people are working at McDonald's because they have no other place to go. It's very few people that's at McDonald's because they enjoy flipping fries and flipping burgers. Right? Because there's no opportunities in our community, because when we do try to come and we do some shit happens, right? So it's been hard for us to develop the industries and businesses so that we can provide our young people with jobs that can lead them somewhere. You know what I'm saying? People, because, McDonald's can lead you to somewhere, brother. Where can it lead you to? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't take that shit into account. We just do this. Yeah. Those brothers should have. They're obviously not men because they didn't defend the black woman's honor. Yeah. That's what we do. And then some of the brothers start chiming in on that. You know what I'm saying? See, because these are individuals that I don't like, and I don't allow them in my tribe. Woulda, shoulda, coulda tribe. You know what I'm saying? The woulda tribe, the shoulda tribe, and the coulda tribe. Woulda tribe. I woulda. You know what I'm saying? You know these individuals because I woulda. I woulda. You know what I'm saying? And they don't, it's like I woulda. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there who have never been in any type of combat situations. Any real life or death situations. Except when they playing them goddamn games. You know what I'm saying? Commenting. You know what I'm saying? I woulda. You know what I'm saying? Or those from the shoulda tribe. He shoulda. You know what I'm saying? Or he coulda. All them, y'all stay in y'all tribe. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times I don't get involved in a lot of that shit, because I looked at it, then I start reading some. I said, fuck this. I'm done. I'm burnt out already. I can't do it. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because people real quick to sit up there and comment on what somebody shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. And when the first time I divorced myself from the shoulda, woulda, coulda tribe, from the shoulda, woulda, coulda tribe, was when we back in the days when we used to read about slavery, and motherfuckers be like, if I was back there, I woulda. If I was back there, I woulda. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting up here, I'm saying, all right, do you understand that you are saying that your great-great-great-great grandfather was a punk? Do you understand that? Do you understand that? If I was with Nat Turner, I wouldn't have. I would have. I should have. He could have. You know, if I was back in the slavery days, you know what I'm saying? So what you're saying is that we were punks all the way up until you was born. Same thing with these situations. A lot of people that's talking about them, you have never been in those situations. You're not in that situation, so it's hard because take it from a person that's been in some of those situations. It's hard. You know, motherfucker be start talking to me. I'll be like, yo, what would you do? I don't know what I would have did. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was put in those situations, I was scared as fuck. I said, damn, I'm about to die. Several times. Oh, man, I'm about to die. Fuck it. I might as well go all the way in now. It's a certain thing that I have to let come over me. It's a certain feeling that I have to let come over me. Right? And I have to immerse myself. But I don't know what I would have did. I don't know what I could have did. I don't know what I should have did. You understand what I'm saying? I just did. You know what I'm saying? But then you got all these people with all this side commentary. It kills me. Bro, you're forgetting that we could advance ourselves to owning a McDonald's. You know, McDonald's probably would have handled it different. You know what I'm saying? Because check this out. Did you not notice that the manager went and finished this motherfucker's order? Yeah, we could own a franchise. Yeah, really. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you take, you know what I'm saying, if we in the room of average black folk, ain't no franchise money in there, Brother Kwame. And that's what we need to really be honest about. That's what a lot of us don't really want to be honest about. Because we've been cast out of this motherfucking place. Right? We've been cast out of America. Right? America's built up on our failure, built up on us not being able to achieve. That is the foundation of America. And we don't want to discuss that shit. So that we can hold America accountable, because we supposed to pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps, even though we ain't got no goddamn boots or straps. As a matter of fact, we are the boots. You know what I'm saying? We are, motherfuckers talk about the game. You the game. You the board. You understand what I'm saying? We don't understand that shit. And until we start really recognizing that shit and start holding not only ourselves accountable, because I have no problem with holding myself accountable, because you always hear about me talking about some of the stuff that we can do. But now for me to just do what we are supposed to do, but not to hold those accountable that possibly owe us something that's almost like, that's like treason. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I mean, if you look at the story of Hannibal's people could have just left that shit alone. You know, they could have had a nice trade agreement. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they was getting screwed just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They could have just let it slide and just partner, you know what I'm saying? Took the little junior partnership with Rome. You know what I'm saying? But Rome took something from them. Like, fuck that. Fuck that. These motherfuckers owe us, and we gonna do what we have to do to get that shit. And we got to see that throughout history we was like that. You don't come take no shit from us. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck. I don't care about Romulus or Remus. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna elephant stomp on your ass. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand, family. You don't let people that owe you and still make it interest off of money that they made off of you. Just live that life. Dude. Not in the country talk about liberty and justice. No, motherfuckers, we gonna hold you to account. We gonna do all that we can, but hey, you gonna break bread. Right? But they were being screwed with little shea butter. That's all they left us. They left us the shea butter trade. Romans took everything. You know what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers based their shit on Romans. Right? We got to understand there wasn't shit in Europe. They had to travel out to get shit. You know what I'm saying? All of the stuff, they had to import everything. They still have to import everything. Where are they getting it from? They're getting it from people that they're taking advantage of. What did they get you? My fault. Y'all feel we indigenous. And they ain't even received any of the benefits that Native Americans have received. Come on, family. We want it so many ways. It's sad to me. It's sad. But hey, it is what it is, right? Alright, so I'm gonna finish my water up. But the swap meet, family, I got a list of vendors I'm about to go. I got to figure out how I'm gonna hit these vendors up. We're gonna start working on it. We're gonna start advertising. We're gonna develop a flyer for it. A flyer will be coming out for the next warrior training. So if you want to participate, it's for young people as well as adults. You know what I'm saying? Come here and get some lessons. Come and learn. Come and volunteer. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear people talk about how bad our kids are, but our kids are the way they are because we are the way we are. They are a reflection of us. And I know some of us, we isolate ourselves in these little corners, and we got our good children. Good children, right? Put up the hashtags. But what happened when you put these good children in the pool of madness that's out here? We got to work to change what's out here, because if not, it's going to infect our children as well, directly or indirectly. I have weekly nightmares about it. Carlos Johnson says, no justice, no peace. It can't be. Because peace and justice go hand in hand, don't they? Right? No peace, no justice. No justice, no peace. You know what I'm saying? They go hand in hand. They work hand in hand. You maintain peace by practicing justice. And when you ignore justice anywhere, it affects the whole system. And the whole system comes to a grinding halt. As we see right now with the government being closed down. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Shit, dude, it's just the beginning. Wait till tax season. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm expecting 60 to 100 young people and maybe more adults. Because once people see what they're doing with the wealth, fam, listen, with the money, because listen, no other time in history has wealth been calcified in the way wealth is calcifying. They have developed systems where they are able to keep wealth in the upper ranks. Remember, Ronald Reagan came with the trickle-down theory? Well, they have mastered that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to fix all of the leaks. Because in order for trickle-down to work, there have to be leaks. And they're finding ways to seal it so that the money stays closer to the top. And less of it is dripping down. And guess who at the bottom? Family, think about this, right? To be at the top of the African American families in this country right now, you need $350,000. You can keep the assets. Let's say assets, cars, houses. With $350,000, you are in the top 10%. Now, let's flip it over. Let's look at the top 10% of white people. What do you need to be up in the top 10% there? Let's just throw out a round figure. Somebody throw out a figure. So, because people say we're not in two Americas, right? But our top, to be in our top, you need $350,000 just for us. That don't, you know what I'm saying? So, and that puts you in the bottom 30 of white people. Let's just put that bottom 30%, right? But to be in the top for us is $350,000. So there's a definite wealth You can't even call it. You can't even call that shit a gap no more. You can't even call it a gap no more. There's a What's that big hole in the ground? There's a big wealth Grand Canyon. It's a wealth Grand Canyon, and a lot of us is running, saying, "Hey, I believe I could fly and run and try to jump across that shit and fall into ruin." Come on, family. Let's keep it real. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't deal with illusions. We can't win with illusions. You don't win wars on illusions and hope. You don't win wars like that. You don't win battles like that. You don't win business deals like that. You don't win it like that. You have to be able to face the reality. This is the reality we facing, family. And I feel it's my responsibility to say, hey, family, this is the reality we facing. Economic, this is the reality we facing. Education, this is the reality we facing. Because when we are able to look at the reality, that's when the best in us come out. Nat Turner looked at the reality of the situation. Gabriel Prosser looked at the best, the reality of the situation. The best came out when what's his name? Toussaint Louverture and the crew over in Haiti looked at the reality of the situation. Marcus Garvey looked at the reality of the situation. When we start looking at the reality of the situation, that's when the best flows out of us. Almost some 200 million to be in the damn.
I want to know where to be.
Uh-oh. Somebody on the line. I didn't know you was on the line, brother. Damn, I got two people on the line. I'm sorry. Let me turn off the background music and turn y'all up.
He gonna be like, who's on the line?
Now who on the line? Who on the line making all this damn noise on my line?
Yeah.
What's going on the line here? I got two troublemakers on the line right now. Let me make sure my speaker is up. Am I turning it up? All right, my speaker's up. I got two of my brothers on the line. I got Brother Shaka, and it looked like Brother Kwesi on the line. For some reason, your name does not pop up, Kwesi. I guess you want to be anonymous all the damn time.
I got the app.
I want to know where the weed man fit in Reaganomics.
Jail.
Yeah. Shit. He funds the industrial prison complex, my friend. He'll fund. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he does a double purpose. He serves two purposes.
But I do understand why you're asking the question, though, because his economic, that's the most sustainable economic vehicle in the hood, is being a drug dealer. I mean, they try to vilify the shit, but yeah, it's not like an easy way. I guess pimping is up there too. Pimping is a part, but that which is crime is, I think, to kind of even get to the essence of what you're saying, Shaka, is where is all of this money that people without the same access to jobs, they making it on some level. So if we put that into the conversation, if we talked about that money,
I think some people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I think the weed man is the epitome of the Kwanzaa spirit. Harambe!
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Flesh that out for me, sir. Cause I'm about to. You better come with it good. Cause I'm about to smash your ass. Go ahead. It better be good.
Man, look.
I got to threaten you.
Ujama.
Well, actually, weed is legal.
Now, I'm just saying.
Hey, listen.
Continue, brother.
Hey, and Coochie Chocolate, choose for yourself. Right?
Now, I got a question for you, Shaka.
This is your own medicine. Hold on, I ain't done.
Right,
that's only 3 principles.
I'm about to ask you. I'm about to ask you. I want to clarify. Because, look, you on to something here. Because at first I was thinking about the legal aspect of it. But weed is not legal and shit like that. But cool. But let me ask you this. Is it really a choice if there is no choice?
Come on, man. There's always a choice.
No, I'm just saying.
Seeds are seedless.
If I control all the mechanisms and I leave you some stuff on the table, is there really a choice?
Organic.
Most of that weed is not organic. Most of that weed is not organic.
I've been studying boxing, man, and footwork. That makes me think of that. Like when you square it up, do you like if your opponent is coming at you real strong, you don't like straight up. You back up and you sidestep, and then you create angles. You can use your opponent's natural tendencies to get them to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And everybody's natural tendency is to eat. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's natural tendencies is to eat. So we're going to fucking eat. You know what I mean? So then
you
leverage the situation, but then that's why I'm like, how do we get up under this? How do we get from up under this lost shit? That's kind of what I was thinking about today. Like, I guess maybe we got to be willing to go to jail. Because, okay, perfect example. I want to talk about this. You know that girl, everybody's seen that girl that beat dude's ass to McDonald's because he put his hands on her and she gave him a couple rights. Did y'all see that?
Ooh, she put it on him. I just was talking about that. That was one of the things that I opened up for the conversation.
So one of the things people were saying was, well, why ain't these men helping? Why ain't these men helping? They ain't men. And I'm like, okay, I definitely can understand that because I know a lot of people
I don't understand
automatically. I know some people who will automatically just jump in, but at the same time, them men got families of their own.
There you
go.
And
are we going to shut down the criminal justice system if they go to jail for doing what they were supposed to do? Or they going to just be another nigga locked down?
Another nigga locked down. See, because listen, that was my point. That's my point exactly. But because I don't want to jump off of Shaka's point because he raising some good facts, some good teasers for us to look at. Because he said, for those that missed it, Shaka said that the weed man is the highest representation, and I'm paraphrasing, the highest representation of the Kwanzaa spirit. He is Father Kwanzaa. And he threw the principles out there. And now Kwesi is going into this. One of the first things that I spoke about this morning when I started was about the situation with the girl in St. Petersburg, Florida.
I think he should be the mascot. His name is Quentin with a K.
You talking about the weed man?
I'm playing. Go ahead.
So now, going back to your point, as far as the weed dude, then we get to Kwesi's point. Right? Now, I hear you. And I had a little bit of resistance for a fucked up reason. Right? And that's my ego jumping in there. Because I hear exactly what you're saying. But now, because you said self-determination, you said Ujima and Ujama. He determined his own destiny. Do he really determine his own destiny is what I'm asking. And then also, I'm going to ask you that. Does the weed man really determine his own destiny? And then on top of that, and define his own reality. Does he really do that? Or is he just fitting into reality that has been defined for him? Does he really practice Ujima and Ujama? You know, because a lot of weed men give away a lot of those seeds and stems and shit. You know what I'm saying? Wait, Brother Kwame said, did Milana Karenga sell weed too? As father, I don't know. He might. Shit, that was the 60s. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do anybody out there know if Milana Karenga was selling that weed? You know what I'm saying?
I bought 2 dime bags from him.
No, he wasn't selling weed. He was selling reefer.
Back then it was reefer. You're right. It was reefers. It was, as reefers. And they didn't have the blunts. They had the papers. Pink papers. I don't know if everybody out there old enough to remember the pink papers and shit, but I remember pink papers. You know what I'm saying? But the whole idea, because the reason we started talking about this is looking at the reality. Because even if you look at the reality of the weed man, does the weed man even fit into the top 10% of black people, or does he even fit into the top 10% of white people? And in most cases, the answer is no. As far as economically, You know, because a lot of weed men.
I mean, but see, and then you got your niche audience as well. You got your edibles. You got your gummies. You got your
no, that's
oil.
new shit. That's new shit. You got to go to a store and find that. You ain't going to the weed man's house and find that shit.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Shaka, you ain't finding no goddamn gummies at the motherfucking
man. You don't
weed man
understand
house.
what I'm saying to you, yo. You don't understand what I'm saying to you.
Bro.
You don't understand what I'm saying. It's way listen. It's way scientific right now.
Listen.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So y'all, wait a minute.
I'm trying to say as much as I can by not saying shit. You understand me?
So you telling me you go to weed man now and get gummies?
I'm not telling you shit. I'm just saying, bro.
I need a weed man that's pushing weed gummies to call me. When the last time you been over weed man's house and was able to eat brownies? Now, maybe the game has changed since I was in it. I don't know.
Do you want some gummies out there? That's what it sounds like. That's all you got to say.
I would like to see some gummies. I would like to see the weed man gummy. I want to see some weed man gummies. I want to see the gummies. And
okay.
I'm almost willing to guarantee the nigga ain't making that shit. You telling me he making gummies?
You playing with your imagination.
Okay. So maybe I am.
I'm trying to figure out how I can benefit from this. Not in that way, FBI. Actually, I never really thought about how that might have sounded. I'm not thought about that. Like from a betting man's perspective.
From a betting man's perspective.
for all you letters, listen out there.
I just want to know are they? So now the kid. You can walk up to the. I'm just saying, man. Come on now. If it is that because maybe are they a distributor? Are you talking about distribution stations?
Bro, anything that you can make, they make machines. That shit it only comes from a machine. All you need to do is be able to turn THC into an oil. I can make olive oil, can I?
You can make olive oil.
All you need is so you can make weed oil, and that's all that
I
you need
agree.
to make gummies. You melt some fucking gummies and you put the oil in it.
Okay, where they getting the oil from?
Basic science.
Where they getting the oil from? Because it take a whole lot of weed.
Do you know that they have machines, whole stores dedicated to that shit now?
Yeah, okay.
You can legally buy all of the stuff you need to make it. You got a damn hydroponic system.
I got a hydroponic.
You know all of that shit is
No, I have a...
You see what I'm saying?
Excuse me. I have an aeroponic
system. But 10 years ago, nobody had a hydroponic. Well, maybe 20 years ago.
I have an aeroponic system, sir. I'm just saying.
Okay, and that's even way more advanced. I never heard of an aeroponic system until I came here. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying.
The technology is available.
The technology is available. But I'm like, all right, cool. I haven't been in that side of the world for a long time. So I will submit, and I will admit defeat. I don't know. So I have to say I don't know. But I'm like, yo. So, okay, cool. So you say he exhibit the spirit of Kwanzaa, and go ahead and finish your explanation.
If we go, okay, so let's go through all the principles. First of all, name one individual in the world that's brought more people together than we. Umoja. Next.
Oh my God. I'm listening. I'm just praying as we talk. Go ahead. I'm listening. Lord help me, God.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, my God.
Hujchagalia.
Okay.
Ujama. Ujima. Nia.
Yeah, Nia. Go ahead.
Listen, it's medicine. It's medicine.
All right.
You understand?
I understand.
No, not just that. Not just that. This is where we have to, in the spirit of Kuchagalia, we have to acknowledge that everything that is moral ain't legal.
Right, I agree.
And everything that's legal ain't moral. And so as we go about our lives and we bring into our practice that which is healing, that which allows us to come into a space of study, rest, and perfection. for yourself. But the purpose within the whole culture of weed right now, I mean, if you just like typed it into Netflix or Hulu, all the documentaries and all the things that's saying this is where we should have been in the first place. All right? So there's definitely a purpose within this plant. It's medicine. Kuumba. Creativity. The things that we are creating and the things that bring more into our state of collective economics. Yeah, we talking about edibles. We talking about the brownies, the cookies. We talking about the candies.
Yeah, on the creativity, I just want to ask Shaka, what were you doing when you came up with this idea?
That's what I'm saying. These niggas smoking weed. I
know exactly what you were doing.
Like, just.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm just talking out the side of my shit. I just thought of it while I was listening to Hatem.
Oh my God! You done made
The first question was, where's the weed man in Reaganomics? Because I imagine, like, all in my mind, I'm hearing the weed man call into the show like, no, brother, you got it all wrong. Because really, I think here's the piece, is that when we making fast money like that and we got pockets and motherfuckers ain't counting for real, there's no way to calculate then how much money is really going right back into the community. But it is.
I mean, you can actually calculate that shit, Quasi. I mean, we don't focus on it, but we can calculate that shit. We could take, for example, when people call in and be like, well, Brother Hatem, the numbers you're talking about far as the economics in our community is wrong, I'd be like, it's real easy for us to see. We could take a square block area and we could just do a survey. Most of us know people that smoke weed. We do a survey, how much weed you smoke in a week, boom, boom, boom. You know, he probably won't tell you who the weed man is, but if you know him, you probably already know who the weed man is, and you possibly could calculate how much money the weed man was actually making. I mean, it's not impossible to do. We have enough people with skills to actually find that out. But what you are going to find out is that a majority of the weed men may not be doing as well as you might be trying to, or you think they're doing. All of us know many. Well, all of us know plenty of people that went into the weed business and still not. No. Wait.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. We live in a day and age of seize the means of production.
And think about it like this too, though, Hatem. What you just said, you only got to be making. I mean, the average is $3,700 a year or something like that. You said maybe, right?
No, to be in the top 10%.
No, not the top 10%. The average, the median.
Oh shit! Wealth for us, the median wealth level is $1,700.
So you only got to be making $1,800 selling weed to be doing better than everybody else.
No, that's income.
I guarantee
is the amount of money.
Every weed purchaser out there spends about $1,700 a year on weed.
Yeah, that's the minimum. So they spending their wealth on the weed, and then what the weed man spending it on the weed.
Man, listen to this.
Especially if they have not seized the means of production, because that's a whole nother discussion. Because I would actually sit up and argue with y'all that a majority of the people selling weed have not seized the means of production, nor do they want to.
Hey, well, you know what, and that's what takes them out of that next niche level income. There's a niche-based income. There's people who will only deal with the oil because that's harmful than smoking. It's people, yeah.
At the same time, you got to take into consideration that it's a alternative lifestyle, and one of the things that you buy in when one of the things you got to take into consideration that you're calculating for when you're talking about wealth is the amount of time that you have to do what you want to do.
No. That's income.
Yeah.
That's different. Well, that's income.
How was it different?
Well, income is the what you produce per year. Wealth is what.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right. It's different. I guess what I was saying was, at the end of the day, we're ultimately these are different measurements of quality of life.
Right. So the piece.
So the weed dealer, if it's a true weed dealer that's not like working a part-time job or doing whatever at the same time, then they're going to have their complete day outside of maybe, just meeting people or whatever, however they doing it. You know what I mean?
Don't be giving up secrets of the trade. But
autonomy and freedom with their time.
So now, as because I don't indulge personally. When I was younger, I did. How many? I have met when I was doing it. I met very few people. Matter of fact, I only met one person that was actually growing, and it wasn't even in this country. That was growing their own. I mean, from root, from the seed all the way throughout the process. I haven't met a lot of people that done that. Have y'all met people that do that?
Yes. I mean, percentage-wise, it's not even 5%. Not even, it's a very low percentage of people that still have that type of initiative.
Take your mama's shoes off.
But I definitely have met multiple people over the years that do that.
But it's a small percentage. That's so
very, very small percentage.
So why y'all argue with me then? Why y'all fucking with me then? If it's small percentage.
No. Listen. No, we got one more principle. Imani.
Oh, God.
Faith. What does the weed culture have to do with faith?
Oh, God. Come on. Bring it. I'm waiting. Bring it.
Come on.
Bring it. I'm listening.
Ask any Rastafarian.
Everybody that smoke weed is not a Rastafarian. Everybody that smoke weed is not a Rastafarian.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. But if you want to acknowledge that this isn't just some, we ain't making this up. It's got doctrine. You understand? So it's when it comes to faith and it comes.
Come on.
I gave up.
You stretching.
I kind of feel what Shasha's saying though, because check it from this perspective.
All right.
Maybe people smoking weed that might otherwise, like, life might be too much to bear. So instead of giving up, they smoke a blunt. And that's their faith saying at some point in time they have faith that the situation is going to get better. That they're not ready to throw in the towel, that they're going to just deal with today.
Meditation even. Meditation. Listen, if you are athletic and you listen,
Shaka.
I hear people smoke before they run.
Shaka. All right, listen, Shaka.
Wait, what are we saying here? Are you still arguing?
Yes, Shaka, because you I honestly believe you stretch it. You went from Rastafari, which is not even a large portion of individuals that smoke weed. You find weed smokers in all aspects of life, so you can't say that Rastafarianism represents the faith aspect of weed smokers. A majority of motherfuckers smoke.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
A majority of people that smoke in the weed.
You twisting the. Okay. You twisting the context. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm gonna listen. Go ahead.
All I'm saying. No. Listen. I'm talking about practice.
Go ahead.
We're talking about practice.
I'm listening.
No. This is.
Stop saying listen and talk. Talk.
When you look at the practice
and
the function that it serves in fellowship. And in all divine rituals, it's there.
I'm challenging you on that.
So I'm saying is that
I'm just saying
that it's evident historically in faith-based practice.
Oh yes,
practices.
I won't argue that. I won't argue that. But it's not in all.
May not.
It's not in all.
What's that?
It's not in all.
Not in all, but there.
Now, but it's there. But that don't count. See, because what does the weed supposed to do? Because in most cases, what you're talking about is not what's happening with the weed smokers right now. What's happening with weed smokers, it goes back to what you said before. It's medicine. Motherfuckers is taking it to alleviate some type of pain. Now, that's not fake. That's not true.
How is that not spiritual?
That's not spiritual, dog.
How does that not affect the spirit?
So a crackhead is serving a spiritual function. Wait, hold on. Now, you're going to have to explain to me, because you're the one that's putting it forward that this is a faith. I'm saying, I'm going back to your original concept and agreeing with you that it's medicine. And if it's relieving a pain, is it connecting them with something higher, or is it relieving the pain? Or are you saying that relieving the pain and connecting to something higher is the same thing? You don't take a medicine if you're not sick.
Take this. Yeah, I'm talking right now, son. Listen.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Give me a second.
All right, check it out. Why you thinking about? Because he buffering right now. I got him on that one. That's what it is. Look.
No, my son is in my face. He don't understand. Like I'm in a real conversation right now.
All right. Brother Kwame says, choose for yourself whose God you will serve. As for me and my house, we follow the weed God.
Now listen.
Wait, hold on. He got a couple more. He said Noriega and that one senator of Mississippi, or was it Missouri, running guns and drugs to raise money for Contra wars. That was cocaine. That wasn't necessarily weed. One of the greatest weeds bust in Ohio was a farm right down the road from. Yeah, that's true. Ohio is, and I understand Ohio grows some good ass weed too. Plant the weed and they will come. Imani, okay. All right. Y'all got the black Yoda on y'all side, so I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you a pass, but go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Tim, when it comes to the state of belief and it comes to how we believe in our practice, it is this particular thing that we arguing about that causes elevation. Elevation of the mind, body, and soul. It is evidence of alignment. And so if we can understand what belief is and how it ignites all of the principles and all simultaneously, belief empowers everything. Everything you put belief into, it comes to life.
Shaka.
So what I'm saying to you,
Shaka, you going a long going. You taking a long way around.
Why you did that? You trying to steal my shine, yo.
I ain't trying to steal your shine.
I was at the punchline.
Well,
that was the punchline.
Do the punchline.
You didn't allow it to marinate.
Okay.
You like, all right, just put the sauce on. Put the sauce on.
Put the sauce on. I want the sauce.
Ain't got it. Can I take a snap? Can we take a snapshot of this moment? Let it breathe, Hatem. Inhale.
Oh, that's the punchline.
Take it in.
You know I don't smoke.
Take it in.
I don't smoke.
No. I'm teaching you. Take it in.
Oh my God. Somebody pray for this boy. All right. Shock is leading towards a joke. Kwame say thesis, antithesis leads to synthesis is what Shaka is leading up to. I'm just saying, dog, I don't think a majority of weed smokers are using it for a spiritual connection. I think they're doing it to relieve some type of pain. That's all I'm saying. Relieve some type of pain.
I don't think so, sir. I think that when you ask every artist that writes, that is inspired, how are you inspired by a plant, Tim?
That's cool.
Come on, man.
That's cool, but it moves to creativity. I ain't argue that point. You brought it to the realm. You brought it to the realm of Imani.
Man, we are creators. This is the epitome of the Kwanzaa spirit. Are you kidding?
I don't agree with that.
Are you kidding me?
I don't agree with that.
We are creators. That's the part. See, that's the part of Kuumba that we put on a shelf because we thinking small. We thinking, let me draw a picture or put this haiku together and be creative with that shit. No. Creativity is the evidence of God in us. We are all born in His image as creators.
So we need a plant to bring that out?
We need to understand the process that the plant brings. Plant the seed, nurture it, let it grow, and the fruits will be born. You understand? It's
why you
straight
laughing?
Science, I tell you.
Listen to me.
It's straight science.
No, listen to me, Shaka. If we get on here and we say that we're gods, but then turn around and say we need the plant to bring the God out of us, then are we the gods or is the plant the God?
Tim, I think that you think too damn much about it. I think you.
I ain't listen. If you smoke weed, I ain't against it.
You ain't. You know why?
Why?
You wait. Listen. You one of those people. You hold the blunt. If that's right now. That
I used to do that.
That's the part.
I used to do that.
It's like no. You just let you. It's What I'm saying is that you gotta. Oh man. Help me. Quasi, you on the line?
Quasi can't. I think Quasi might have tapped out on this one. Yeah, come on, man.
Oh my God.
I was rolling up. My
bad. You on Bluetooth. You ain't even smoke no more. Shut up. Hey, listen, you had me all. I mean, you had it all the way up to the face, man. You can't. I'm not gonna let you get away. I'm not gonna let that one go, man. I'm not gonna let that one go. You know what I'm saying? And those plants do have a place because I'm thinking about another level of plants that I'm going to be dealing with. But but now.
Hey. Quentin, the Kwanzaa mascot. He already got a song. It's on the Far Side album, Bizarre Ride to the Far Side, track number. Quentin's on his way with another day, and it's okay. Hey, everything's okay, man.
Let's get off Quentin.
Quentin's on his way on Kwanzaa Day, and it's okay. Hey, everything. Ooh, chocolate, y'all. Hey,
let's get off of Quentin. Let's get on the point that and then because we're going to have to bring it back to the wealth discussion, but then. Let's go to Quasi brought up a point about the girl and how people was downgrading the dudes because the dudes ain't take aggressive action. I mean, because from what I saw one dude trying to pull her. I don't know if it's the same dude, but another dude went around and approached homeboy and put his hand on his shoulder and asked him to step back, which he did. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why people were sitting up there. They wasn't men and shit. I mean, I started reading that and I had to kind of put it down because it's like, it's almost as if sometimes people expect so much out of black man, but is not willing to give anything back. You know what I'm saying? Because like the question that Quasi asked, are people willing to shut down the criminal justice system if that dude would have went to jail? Because really, we already know that the girl would have lost her job if somebody on the sidelines was not taping that whole incident. Because if you listen to how the white man approached the manager, I want her fired. I just asked her a question. Yeah, you asked her a question with your goddamn hands, and she responded with her hands. Sign language. Blah. You know what I'm saying? And but then and that is almost an illustration of black life because motherfuckers know, it's almost like they know what buttons to push sometime, and we fall right for it. Not that he fucked up royally because he didn't check around for cameras. You know what I'm saying? Because those cameras was rolling. But Quasi, you want to hit some more on that point? Oh, maybe he's still rolling up. I don't know.
I'm still at the
Listen, I'm trying not to be too loud. I keep it on mute. But yeah, I'm still listening. I ain't necessarily out. I'm just listening for real. I do, yeah, I guess just on that, everything you're saying though, man, it's starting to really, I mean, you know me, I'm a pretty intense dude, man, but this shit is really starting to really get to me, man, like on a whole other level that we just adhere, man. I don't know how the fuck I can just continue to just adhere to the role I'm supposed to be, you know, have accepted as just the subservient person that's supposed to just deal with oppression or whatever the fuck you want to call it, subservient. Like knowing that I'm very much capable and I'm in a circle of very talented, intelligent, just supreme beings on some level, or people with a very high capacity for doing. But there's a narrative that's global about me and mine that says that we're not capable of none of that, and that justifies the situation that we in. That shit is really like, that's a tough pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
and I
don't know, man. How the fuck do we? My whole thing, I'm still just on that, man. People need to wake the fuck up, man. We need to wake the fuck up, and I want to.
Hey, when the government shut down, you know who still get paid?
When the government officials, the people that we elect in the office. Well, y'all niggas elect in the office. I don't know. I don't want to do that bullshit. Not y'all's and y'all, but y'all's and whoever listening. Wasted their time in their lives.
So, all right, family. So now here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm about to do this toast because I got these ancestors waiting. Shit, they like, dude, this is no longer. This was gonna be a brunch. It was going. Now we at lunchtime now, so this has to be a dinner. Come on, dude. Time for these libations. So we're going to pour these libations real quick and we continue the conversation. So if y'all want to hold on, y'all can. If y'all want to call back in, y'all can. And we can continue on the conversation because we still ain't even discussed the Proverbs from this week. Or we could just say those for next week. Anything else anybody else want to discuss out there, you can feel free to call in at 614-556-4535. Once again, I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Gotta turn it back up. This is a Heart of December production. Of course, we are on a daily toast where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. And that gets me to the point that Kwesi is talking about, because not only is the world believing a paradigm about us, we are also feeding into the paradigm that has been developed for us, rather than striving to recreate or where we strive blow up the old paradigm. And I think that's might be what Kwesi is hitting on. Are we doing enough to blow up the old paradigm of us? You know what I'm saying? Because now, for me, I'm like, with what Kwesi say, he just totally extracted himself from the political system. I'm one that's saying that if a motherfucker is saying that he representing me, right, me and mine, it's time for me and mine to make sure that they are representing us. Period. That's how I feel. If you saying that you represent a district that I come from, if you say that you're a councilman from, or we call them, we don't have a councilman here. We got, maybe it is a council person. I don't know.
Alderman?
Oh, no, it's not. Y'all got those in Cleveland, don't y'all?
No, that's Chicago.
All right, not aldermen. They're called, I don't know. But y'all know, boom. We got a certain political structure in Columbus, and the only piece that we have to start doing is start using any impact that we have, any questioning that we have, any challenges that we have. We need to start being able to throw this up in their faces. You know what I'm saying? How you dealing with our issues? You saying you representing us? How you dealing with our issues? I don't even like how this whole area is drawn. I want to change how the area is drawn. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to, because like I said, if those of us that are going to participate in the political process, we have to start demanding from the political process what it is we need and what it is we are owed. Period. Period. We still need to do work on our own because I believe it has to be a multi. When you go into war, you don't just fight war on one in one type of way. You fight war on many different battlefields and in many different ways. So we have to have a multi-pronged strategy in how we deal with this. So we got to keep on building like we do. You know what I'm saying? But we also got to hold those responsible that are responsible for some of this shit. But go ahead. Somebody was about to say something.
Yeah. Man, shoot, go ahead. I done forgot what I was going to say.
Man, I understand that. I'm old. I'm getting old too. Don't worry about it, brother. You're not alone. You're not alone in forgetting stuff in mid-thought. But that's what you get for all those old ass.
Oh, here you go. Here's what it is. I think it's important that you do what you do because people are able to anticipate when you on, and they jump on when they're ready. Here's the piece, though. You might make a point today that somebody ain't ready for the next 2 years. But the fact that you keep doing what you're doing and that you still make yourself available is what's important. And the fact that you got backlogs of these discussions, that's important because when that person taps into the frequency of resolve, because, see, here's the thing. And this is my piece on righteousness.
Say again?
All together. I said, this is my piece about righteousness, and this is my piece about how to get that in terms of your quest. See, we ask a lot of questions, but the most important questions are those that are conceived in the heart. That's when we're truly ready to receive the answer. And so sometimes what happens is that when adversity teaches and it knocks somebody on their ass, only from that perspective are they ready to receive fundamental answers. Because now they sit and trying to figure out what's real in a reality. How do I get up? How do I get back? And so it's all about the rhythm. Everybody has a rhythm. And in order to inspire change with the masses, you have to tap into the rhythm of the people. The piece is that you doing what you're doing on a daily and on a weekly basis, making yourself available to some on a seasonal basis. Sometimes it takes people season after season to prepare to just get into the conversation.
Right.
Because you're dealing with something very intimate.
And
all right, so go ahead.
Which is why I do it in the way I do, because another piece is you said something about the vibration of the people. With what we're doing, we have to set the vibration. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not something that you're just going to, how can I put it? They make it very hard for people to just stumble on this. You know what I'm saying? I often quote the Godfather where they say, you know, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. How do you keep your enemies closer? You keep them comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you keep them comfortable, you ain't got to worry about them striking out, because striking you down would mean that their comfort level would all of a sudden be erased. So they keep us comfortable. So it makes it very hard for an individual, unless they just happen to be stumbling on this or something happens in their life and they have to come looking for this. And we got to make sure the Gye-Nyame journey is available and that is out there. You know what I'm saying? So we're setting a vibe. We're setting a vibe, and it's going to bring people to us. And the Great Pumpkin is doing a great work in helping us move closer to and acquire new people. You know what I'm saying, at all times, because please understand, this is a movement. This is a tribe. Quasi, you came back online, or somebody else just popped up in the thing? What's going on? All right, cool. So, if nobody else got nothing else to say right now, Because we're going to put it on hold for a second, and we're going to move in and do the toast. If you got something to say, you better say it now, because you know we got a lot of family. We got a lot of family that unite us, right? And I got the new book. So anybody that want to throw their family in right now, you can put it on the chat. You can put it on the timeline right now, and I'll get it. Or you could text. You could text G&J. You could text G&J to 77292 to be put on the black signal. But if you want to be part of the special forces, the daily toasters, the ones that get up and do this on a daily basis, because right now we're late. But usually during the 5 work days, we up about 5:15, 5:30. What's up, nephew? What's going on? So if you have ancestors, feel free to post them up right now. We're about to go on and do this toast. Let me go and get to this chat. So just in case somebody posts some ancestors up, I'm going to also go, let me look on. Man, how does this Hootsuite get all this goddamn sleep? Wake up. Alright, we ain't got nothing coming through. Alright, cool. So let's get it popping, family. Alright, first, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We call that great power, that great source. The first. We lift up our glass to that Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our ancestors and get ready, because, man, we have a mighty powerful list. Here we go. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Tex, Hunter Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Jordan William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappet, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, Nomo X, Sapet Mott, Rob, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marion Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ageni, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofor, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, there, Gail Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Bronson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie LeBester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinez, Elder Hamatech, Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilamon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Lopez, Eldra Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scannelberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson. I don't believe that the black signal just went out. Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Bookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glevas, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Harry Reid, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, and Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, and Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlton Houston, Blood Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Herbin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Ray Sean Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shechem Aha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lord Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Kofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. Aunt Sis, Aunt Sis. Man. Woo, time moves on. All right. So we lift up our glass to all of our ancestors and we salute our past. And we say, now we move to the present moment. And this moment right now is where all our power lie, where all of the decisions that we make not only affect us in the present moment, but also affect those that's coming in future generations. So we always need to strive and move forward, understanding that each step that we take, hopefully, those of us that know, we are laying a foundation upon which our children will be able to stand, not allowing it to be eroded, not allowing it to be corrupted, not allowing it to be seized by our enemies. We lifting up our glass and we salute this present moment. In this moment right now, we are on Imani, and Imani is, for those who don't speak the language, faith, Harmony is the modic principle of the day. Trust is what we teach in the M7. Red is the color. Got the shirt, but I ain't put it on. Gender is the hermetic law of the day. Male name today is Kwesi. Is your day, Kwesi? Is your day? Is your day, Kwesi? Is your day? Is your day, Kwesi? Is your day? And female Akuzua. I'm trying to say it the best I can. So, family, we lift up our glass for this present moment, knowing that when we lift up the glass, we're making a pact with the future as well as a pact with the past. We pledge to keep the continuum going. So we lift our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our future generations. We salute our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Those that are here and walking amongst us, like my beautiful Miss Gina that just walked by me, or those that have not been even conceived yet. We raise our glass and we salute them, letting them know that we understand our responsibility and we will make sure that they have a foundation to stand on. And we say, Ashe. From there, we salute and make sure ain't no new ancestors. No new ancestors came up yet. So we lift up our glass right now and we salute all of our relations and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the next step. And who do we toast? We toast. This is that selfish toast. This is for you, family. What is it that you need to make this moment powerful, to make this moment unbelievable? We lift up our glass to you. What is it? Come on now. And we say, Ashe. Last but not least, we toast the most beautiful, powerful, magnificent, strong, wise. I can't think of any other adjectives to describe you. Just so fantastic. We lift up our glass to you. And we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right. So back to the conversation. Let me go and take a sip, because it's that new stuff.
What about peace, power, joy?
Oh, Gina said, what about peace, power, joy in 100 years? We wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Thank you, Gina G.
So real quick, Hakim,
Go ahead.
please tell me you threw that jar away yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Man, I got a real fine screen, man. I mean, y'all talk about these weed people got incredible shit. I got some incredible shit. I could have saved that. I could have saved that jar. He talking about when I was at the table, man, I screwed on a cap so tight on a gallon jug like so that it popped the glass. The glass was obviously fragile any goddamn way. So I'm glad that didn't go to a customer. So, you know, it's good that I be finding flaws sometime with some of the stuff. But yeah, I threw the jar away. But when I walked outside, was you there when I found the bottle that Navita had on her back porch?
No.
Yeah, man, she had a bottle of a full gallon of ambrosia sitting on her back porch.
She just didn't know it was there.
Yeah, well, first it was in her refrigerator because she had got it for a friend. The friend never picked it up. So she said, well, I don't want it to blow up in my refrigerator. And she needed room, so she put it on the back porch where it's cool at, right? And it just sat there. Man, that shit was so smooth. It been there about 4 months. So smooth. So smooth. I was like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Right? So, hey, here's to finding that good old ambrosia. Now, while we online, family, some of y'all share some of the health drinks that y'all use when we doing the toast, because we drink the water first, then we do the health drink. What's some of the health drinks y'all use for the toast?
Usually I'll put some Jack Daniel inside of some coffee. You know. Hey,
You buffering again?
how did Dick Gregory become a drink?
How did Dick Gregory become a who?
Drink.
They got a Dick Gregory? Is a drink?
Yeah, you ain't never heard of Dick Gregory the drink?
What is it?
I got to do some research on it.
Right, because I don't, like I said, I don't go to clubs. I mean, unfortunately, every now and then I might go to a club. I mean, most of my time is spent doing this type of stuff right here. So I'm really, in many ways, I'm really, really isolated because there's so much. I feel there's so much going on out here that, you know what I'm saying. I feel that I'm doing a service, so I feel I have to always be ready, and I have to be getting up to do these toasts and stuff like that. So, when I go out, I'm going out with people that I can really trust, and I know it's gonna have my back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you go into these places and you stand up for people, and they'll start sneaking out the back door while 20 motherfuckers is rushing at you. I'm strictly tried. So I think the next bar that I want to go to is one that's owned by us. That's one of the goals. We're going to do something.
So that's a money maker.
Hell yeah. Dude, why do you think, out of all the agencies that the government can have, why do you think they have one for drug and alcohol enforcement? Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Come on now. Shit, alcohol is a staple.
I'm going to tell you like this, man. Now, I just can't wait until I got my bed and breakfast. And that's really the first move. If I had to minimize my project or break it down to starting smaller, that's what I got to do is a bed and breakfast situation. But it's got to be big enough to be a performance venue, or else it don't count. Because what I plan to do is to have it straight up just for those types of celebrations. We can bring in artists from out of town. They got a place to stay, and this is where they're performing at. Now, beyond that, I know you just talking about bars, but alcohol ain't never been my thing. You know what I mean?
I understand.
But it will have a pool table. It will have a pool table because people got to understand whose house they in, and that's the whole piece. That's my sport, and you know how I do.
Now the reason I stress the whole alcohol piece, not even because alcohol is in the same realm as medicine. It can be medicine. It's in the same realm as weed. But governments strive to enforce and control these types of substances because they can form staples. So now, far as y'all with the weed, man, far as possibly being a staple in our community, weed is a staple in our community, but we have to find a way to bring it up under our control. Period, point blank, because the government get direct taxes. The government is the only one to get direct taxes off of alcohol. And, you know what I'm saying? And we have to be able to start looking at stuff and being like, yo, what? Because staples hold up cultures. If you look in every culture you're going to find some type of psychotic drug, whether it's mushrooms or weed or whatever, and you're going to find alcohol. Every last one of them. So they take over those and they take over the religions. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, shit. But this ambrosia fits in between all worlds. we on to something, Shaka. It's just, it's just a matter of time, family. I had somebody offer me a whole side of a house. I'm like, I'm not quite ready for that yet. Because once I said I need,
I am. Shit, you should have let him know about your brother. That's all I need.
I'm just saying. I mean, the opportunities are out there, and it's like I said, man. I just have to be able that people are going to be able to execute all the time. Like when we talk about this market, when we talk about this market. We need to take the little bit of dust that we have and make it into magic. You know what I'm saying? We need to take the little influence that we have and make it into magic. These holidays, we got to make them time. We got to show and prove and make things happen that shouldn't happen. And then on top of that, we have to be able to be consistent with it. Because the main reason I got both of y'all on the line and calling like Quasi calling and listening, because it's a consistency about what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe that the audience is out there waiting for us. I believe that we got to create the audience. And the only way we're going to create the audience is by us doing what we do and what we are the absolute best at. And this shit right here.
Well, see, here's the thing, too. Here's the thing, too, Hatem, is that if enough of us is out there when things happen in the world where we have to find a common platform for our survivalhood, that's what's important about this. But we also must do the same in real community, because when the lights go out, we need to, and the guns is blazing, we need to know where it's friendly. We need to know where HQ.
You got some crazy wild feedback happening.
Say that again?
Your feedback.
I said you got some wild feedback coming from your line.
Let me try to turn it down a little bit. Try it now, Shaka. Is that better?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's better.
I had the mic up. I had the mic up high. I'm still working on the system. I'm eventually gonna have to find a way to do the talk lines like I used to, because I used to be able to put it straight on to my Spreaker. But since I expanded out of the Spreaker piece, I got to figure out how to link this in. But Shaka Khan, I don't want you to lose your idea, because you old and you start buffering and shit, and we be stuck. Go ahead, because you said something about gunshots and shit.
Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing: is that when something goes on in the world, and people are looking for that refuge, when the madness is out in the street, whether it be martial law or whatnot, yo, I don't know if they're gonna cut people's internet during martial law, but that sounds like that's a tactic.
Nigga, listen. Either they're gonna cut it, or they're going to restrict what you are able to see, because at that time they're going to start doing state sponsored or whoever running shit sponsored type shit. So they got to pipe that entertainment in to keep people busy while they're in the houses. So they're gonna make sure you have that shit possibly. But go ahead.
Ready, sir? Okay. So the other piece is that in case the lights go out and we need refuge, we need to know exactly where HQ is at.
Well, yeah,
I'm talking about community.
Oh yeah, and we won't talk about it on the show. That'd be some shit where we have to talk about when we meet each other and be able to, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, because in our minds, here's the thing, and here's how we got to get off of that Rocky shit. Like when I say Rocky shit, what I'm talking about is like how Eddie Murphy talked about how the Italian dude is at the movie theater. Like after he saw Rocky, it's all, like,
fuck yeah.
We get like that. We get like that for real. When we talk about black movement, we get like that. We watch the movie Panther, we think that's the way it's going to be when it all come down. You know what I mean?
Shaka.
We're going to be standing shoulder to shoulder, shotgun, bam, bam, bam. The thing is that, man, that's not the way reality is set up right now.
Shaka, that's why I say
What's up?
The major piece is we got to be consistent. You see what I'm saying? Because think about this. I've been doing these shows, not necessarily Daily Toast, since I met Quasi. And I think I made Quasi maybe 10 years ago, right? Because I was doing Spreaker shows then and writing in my blog. And I've been doing these shows, this show right here, every day for 2 years. And I was doing shows prior to this. This is why it's important, so that you can we stay consistent at what we do. Because people will search us out. You know what I'm saying? Because with anything that's going on with this internet fuckery that they're doing, when we disappear, people are going to come looking. They're going to come looking. I'm looking for you. What's going on? What happened? Boom, boom, boom. We got the catalog. Mm-hmm. We are the next level of entertainment. Like when I say us putting together, because we're going to need the sound. We're going to need soundtrack. We're going to do we got to do a documentary. I would love to do a documentary on reparations. You understand what I'm saying? I would love to have. Mm-hmm. I would love to be able to put a crew together and do a soap opera. Like I told y'all before, a conscious soap opera. about all the levels of consciousness for motherfuckers talking all this shit and the love lives and the struggles that all of us, the motherfuckers in this have, so that people can see the reality of what the fuck we doing. You know what I'm saying? Put that, you know what I'm saying? Have something out there so people know that they, listen, you are not alone, because this is like that's why I call it the black signal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for those motherfuckers that get excited about black struggle and be hyped after a motherfucking movie. Nah, I don't need you. I need the motherfuckers that was hyped before the movie. I need the motherfuckers that was hyped during the movie. And I need the motherfuckers that walked out the movie studio quiet and went straight to work. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's where me and Lady J getting kind of some arguments, because she's saying we need to reach the masses. I'm like, fuck the masses at this point in time, because we can't work with who we got. You know what I'm saying?
You know the last.
Say again?
I was just about to say the last black movie I saw and got excited about and felt like revolutionary afterwards was Obama's first election.
Damn, that was a movie, wasn't it?
I remember driving down the street, seeing black people rolling down the window and screaming. It's like, yeah, we did it! Yeah, we made it! Yes, we did.
And that shit, yes, we can. And we saw how that shit shot us in the ass, because, you know, because this whole piece, because now, and this is what probably gets you about the politics, Kwesi. We have been practicing this thing called respectability politics, where it will, if shit is not happening right, it's because of something that we did. You know what I'm saying? We're not living up to the American standard type shit. You know what I'm saying? And all of our politicians go into these meetings acting as if we act in a certain way, certain things will happen, and that shit has not worked out for us. We've been practicing respectability. We want everybody to respect us, and the piece we got to be is like some of these other groups and be like, fuck y'all. Don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You know how when the kids get mad, they be like, I don't care. We gotta be like, I don't care how the fuck you feel about me. Just don't get in my way when we just as quoting Don Corleone. As long as your business don't interfere with mine, we okay. You understand what I'm saying? We can't. A lot of these stores in our neighborhoods need to go. A lot of these organizations in our neighborhood need to go. We need purely black zones. That's our shit. And
absolutely.
we can legally have that shit. That we can legally have that shit.
Man, come on. That's all I'm trying to do right now at this very moment. All I need is land and a pole to plant the plant the flag. Man, I'm telling you. You talking about the bees, gardens. Man, what more we need?
What we gonna need?
What more we need?
We're gonna need some gangsters. We're gonna need some gangsters under our control to protect that shit, because we got to understand.
Bottler.
Because check this out.
We bottle our own shit.
Because one of the things that I heard that was most telling for me was, I heard America. Somebody said, I can't remember who said it. Somebody said America is where everybody come to sharpen their knives.
Mentor, man, I was at the hello?
I'm here. But I want to make sure Kwesi heard that. Kwesi.
Uh-oh.
I'm here. I don't know where Tim went.
I'm here. You can't hear me?
Keep it going.
I said America.
Yeah.
America is where.
I say, but you look at it.
Who you talking to, Kwesi?
Man, we don't. I was so bent in having a presence in the city that I was making same mission that much harder by having to deal with politics of, the downtown territories and things like that. But man, it only makes sense now, to acquisition an old church somewhere. And I say old church because the cathedral space we can easily flip into what we need, mixed use for our enterprises as well as our residential. I'm talking about raising a village just like that right now.
Shaka, let me ask you a question. Why do you stay in Cleveland?
Why do I stay in Cleveland?
Why don't you come to Columbus is a better question.
Oh, well,
live in Columbus.
I am. It's just that I'm not going to, well, it's a process. It's a short of the long.
Can y'all hear me?
Process, and it's happening.
Can y'all hear me?
Surety. And so right now, what would really,
You do intend on being here?
yeah.
They can't hear me, family. So I'm gonna get back on here because I'm back in. Goddamn it! I'm back in. Goddamn it!
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
So that even if
I don't know how you darkies threw me off my own goddamn conference call, but I'm back with a vengeance. I'm back with a vengeance. That black people magic, y'all got to stop using that because listen, I got some magic myself. Now, hold on. Now,
It's called iPhone.
Slow your roll, family. Slow your roll. Shaka, and I know why. Shaka, you silence my goddamn mic because you on my account. You better not do that shit again.
What you talking about?
You on my account. So you on here, you an administrator, so you threw me off the goddamn line.
I'm not even at my computer, Hot Tim. You can't even blame. I'm not at the command.
How I know that? You on the iOS. You sitting at home with your son. You got a computer right by you.
Yeah, I got this big red button.
God damn it. Crazy. Now, did you hear my statement about America? I just want to make sure you heard that shit.
What statement?
The statement is that America is where everybody in the world comes to sharpen their knives.
Sure.
Now, what that means is that everybody come here to get better at their skill. And do you know who they practice stabbing? No, they don't practice stabbing Donald Trump. They practice stabbing us. And it's like, it's nothing for...
Oh, man, come on now. Hold on. I was making that point on another episode when I was saying how when I was raising the brow at people from other communities coming into the urban community like it's a shooting range, like it's a shooting gallery.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said I was disagreeing with you?
We blame that on black crime.
Oh, I ain't never... Nigga, when? When was this? Oh, my God. You ain't never heard black on black crime come out of my mouth, not at least in the last 2 years.
We just had a whole conversation on black crime.
Ooh. And I said black on black crime was... Come on, dog.
No.
You need to take me back to the episode. And if I said that... I
was just raising the point.
If I said that...
You missing it.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is...
I was about to apologize if I raised that point.
Imagine even just the possibility of other people coming into black communities as a shooting gallery. And at the end of the day, it's just treated as black on black crime because of where it's at.
That's how they... Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Because I think you might have took one of my arguments and twisted that shit to your advantage. But that's okay. I ain't going to be mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
You know how you do.
I don't know how I do. I do be flip-flopping, but I don't give a fuck. But right now, I'm not on that black on black crime shit. I'm not. Because in the last 2 years, after looking at the numbers and shit like that, and looking at how people use the idea of black on black crime, why are y'all using don't use your mama's spray in that doll's hair, girl?
That's water.
That's black on black crime.
That is what, spraying water on a woman's hair? I guess that would be considered black.
That's the old model.
Okay, all right, I didn't know. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey family. We raising our kids. They ain't talking on the show. Listen. But now people come in here, and I mean, and like I said, as I started before Shaka got into his hole and threw my whole shit off. You know what I'm saying, with his Father Kwanzaa theory and shit. You know what I'm saying, that I open up Gye-Nyame Journey for that type of shit, so that we can go and have these discussions. You know what I'm saying? Because you won't hear any discussion. Matter of fact, let me do a station break for. I want to welcome you to the Congregation of Mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Hold on. This is the Daily Toast, and of course, you know this is a Heart of December production. Got to blow up these old paradigms because they're holding us hostage, right? So we have to start really thinking about community building. Like, for example, like for a while ago, I put up hashtag Gye-Nyame. It was Gye-Nyame Complex. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I live in one of these apartment complexes, and these mugs be costing like $1.3 million. Why isn't it that some of us can't come together? And it's going to take a whole lot because after I start looking at the net wealth, that's why I don't be getting mad no more. Even when we raise just a little bit, I don't get mad no more because I understand what it is, black folk. You know what I'm saying? Because every dime that we raise and every dime that y'all trust us with, know and believe that we are going to use that shit for what we said we're going to use it. Because ain't none of us in the black conscious piece here in Columbus, ain't none of us balling. Especially off the money we get, right? But I just need y'all to understand, one of these complexes costs between $1 and $3 million. In these complexes be 200 homes. I'm just saying, like Shaka's talking about doing this thing, and in the middle of the complex, Shaka, I want you to think about this. In the middle of these complexes, they have little centers. You lived in one of these probably before. They got little centers where everybody can congregate, or you can tear that shit down and build a whole recreation center there. You know what I'm saying? With the way shit is nowadays, right? But what I'm saying is, what if we was in each city where we were, we just gone and took over one of these motherfucking complexes, closed the motherfucker down, and only allow people in that we wanted in these motherfuckers. You got to be conscious being this motherfucker. What's a conscious test? What color is this? What color you see?
Well, see, that's the thing is we got to have realistic, listen. I mean, when it comes to what's being built right now in terms of a artist vanguard, like, listen, as you see in the healing arts, the artist is more than just a title. It's different functions for different type of artists. So what you and I are dealing with is in fermentation, it's an art to that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
In the culinary arts, that's another art that I dabble in. But I chose a decade ago that I would not cook in anybody else's kitchen until I had my own kitchen to be able to prepare food out of.
Hey, did you say culinary arts because you can hear me over here dicing shit?
Hey, Quasi been putting it down. I might need to have a competition between y'all niggas.
Know what? No, not just that. Let's do it bigger, Hot Tim. At a symbiotic cipher, let's go ahead and do the cooking show, the competition to music, and have me, Quasi, and Necessary.
Ooh, I forgot about Ness. But I don't know if y'all want to fuck with Necessary right now. I really don't. I'm just saying.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm just saying. I don't know if you want to fuck with Necessary right now. I'm just saying.
Hot Tim, let me tell you. Hot Tim.
Don't you say he stole one of your recipes and put this shit off of that.
I'm gonna tell you something right quick.
Go ahead.
Back in the day, when members from the Somalian and Ethiopian community decided to establish that venue down there that they called the Red Sea Lounge. Remember that?
You talking about my brothers?
Right across from the courthouse.
Yeah, you talking about my brothers. I know. I mean, yeah, they are supporters of Gye-Nyame Journey. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so check this out.
For those that wait, just a commercial break. Wait, hold on. Just a commercial break. Gypsy Lounge. Go ahead. Hookah Lounge. Go ahead.
I stepped in and did the after hours kitchen there.
I remember.
The after hours kitchen. Man, I'm talking about you want to see some happy people?
Dude, I ain't saying you can't cook. I know. I witnessed it. I went down there to eat.
Listen. No, that's not my point. My point is this. My point is that I done opened up a whole lane that I wasn't prepared to man all by myself.
So I come back to the Gye-Nyame house, and I pull my protege into the kitchen. Your protege, Jamon, taught him how to do the omelets, taught him how to do the different temperature eggs, and he ran that kitchen when I wasn't there. I remember one night they had called me in because they ran out of syrup, they ran out of we was running out of things right and left, and Abdi had to make like 2 runs to the grocery store in the middle of the night. And I'm saying, like, when we are able to ourselves step up the piece where we bringing people in the way that little spot was bringing in the African community, that's when we have established ourselves as a pillar. And we're able to pass that the legacy off by teaching.
You ain't answered my question. You went all the way around.
You asked the question. What was the question? My bad.
I don't think y'all ready for necessary right now. I'm just saying. I just, because he grappled with that being a woman.
We ain't ready for what?
Yeah,
ready for what?
Necessary. Willoughby. They got the soul veg piece. I'm just throwing.
You say we ain't ready for. We ain't ready for him from.
Far as, hey, put them goddamn scissors down. A cooking competition.
You know what? Put your money on it. Put your money on it, Hot Tim. It's gonna be a perfect.
How much y'all talking? Wait, I got first off, I got to get necessary to sign the paperwork. Then I put my motherfucking money up. How much money y'all talking about? Y'all get on the phone right now. How much money you talking about? I'm just saying.
I'm going to call Quentin and see what he's talking about.
Oh, you going to call the weed man? Hey, I know some of them too. Now, I got a couple of them in my camp too.
I'm talking about.
They don't make gummies though.
Netflix shows for what I'm about to do.
Ain't no Netflix coming here. We going to have some shit. Because I got, listen, I got a market coming up on February 23rd. That Kaumba. Man, dude, if we serious,
I don't want to even get excited.
That's what I'm saying. Because I throw down the goddamn gauntlet. I put some motherfucking money up. I'm betting money. We let the people decide.
Man, listen.
Because this is how you build shit up.
We can do this whenever. Listen, I'll bring my wok and my skillet, and you just let me know. All right? I'm
just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I don't travel without a cast iron skillet.
I love both of y'all. But I'm just saying, y'all better leave that shit alone. I know what it is. I done ate your food.
Seasons. I done made it through seasons. You been there. I done made it through seasons based on it. Oh, my goodness.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm hearing talk.
Oh, my goodness.
Hold on. I'm hearing talk. Right? But it's hard to argue with a brother that set up a kitchen and got his little modular unit out there. He got his little restaurant.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Take away from you. And that's why.
No, that ain't taking away from him because you got to remember he comes up in hip hop. Hip hop is about battling. You ain't taking nothing from him.
They on the phone. I can't hear nothing nobody saying.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is that Kwesi asked a question about me coming to Columbus. I told him it's a process. And the piece is that...
You don't want to come to Columbus because don't make me go and get on, because I get on that story. I done arranged that shit. I take care of my tribe.
Listen.
You don't want it.
Step out my life, son. All right, look. So
you don't want it. He don't want it, Kwesi. He don't want it. But go ahead. I made it possible.
Listen. The word is exclusivity. When I come to Columbus, people that access me because of what I bring.
I hear you.
And I need no. I don't think you do.
I don't think you hear me either.
When I say it's a process, I'm saying that, when I get there, what it is that I am is someone who through my art, I bring hospitality. Through my art, I'm able to bring people together, other artists together, and to be able to maintain a vibration within the cipher that takes us further and further. And so the whole piece is
is that I'm not coming back to Columbus to wait for that moment to happen. That moment is going to happen every time because I've made the space to protect the energy of that cipher ability.
I hear you.
That's what it is, and that's what I bring to the table. And when I do it in any foreign space outside of my own, it still has to maintain that sacred nature. That's the difference between a symbiotic cipher and any other open mic that Columbus is going to experience. So the piece is that when we're trying to figure out how to create that rhythm within our real flesh and bone community, that's how. And that's what I'm bringing. Columbus is going to experience. So the piece is that when we're trying to figure out how to create rhythm within our real flesh.
For Actor Junior J. Edwards, call out Jerry Bronson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson. Wow. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That was my stuff. Shouts out to Tammy Council. Y'all still there? I ain't hang up on y'all, did I?
Nah, but see, I heard my voice playing back. I felt
right.
Like
that was I went to Hootsuite and for some reason it just started playing and shit. They be fucking around. We got Tammy Council that's listening in right now, but that was 2 hours ago. So shouts out to whoever's listening to us right now. But back to the battle piece, man. I'm just saying, man. I mean, like, you know, like I said, you know, and you got the.
I didn't already written it into an event already. That's 2 years old. That was what was supposed to happen. At the January 2016 event or 2017 event.
Hold on, time out. It didn't happen. Now, one of the key rules of Gye-Nyame is make it happen. Well, don't talk to me about that shit. Make it happen. The market.
So I'm saying, in order to make that happen right now, we need a purse. That's really all it is. You don't got to pay nothing else but the purse. Yeah.
Well, I mean, now in order for it to be a purse, like I said, you know where purses come from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the purse come from?
People putting their money to.
That's right. Now you want to compete, you feel that you could get it, and necessary. Because listen, I'm telling y'all right now, coming out of the culture of hip hop, because it's not throwing shade, Quasi. Because these old school hip hop heads, Shaka old as fuck. He don't want to act like it. He old as fuck, and especially necessary. He come from the hip hop piece where these motherfuckers used to get up and battle on mic. So it's not throwing shade. It's like, boom, I think I could do better than you. The nigga get up on the mic and prove it. I'm just saying, hey, I throw some money in. I get some other people around me throw some money in because hell, we got the gumbo dude in the family. He doing the gumbo and shit. I'm like, yo, got all this, hey. You know what I'm saying? And
my goodness.
What? Oh.
Bring it. Yo.
Oh, you don't want You don't want it. See, because I'm telling you right now, I do this market.
No.
I open the market up. Y'all gonna choke. Y'all gonna choke. You gonna choke.
Stop. Because if you go any further, you're gonna be talking shit. So this is what we're gonna do. I need you to find any given weekend in Black History Month and book it for the Family Day cook-off.
No, nigga.
I'll leak it.
I'm booking it for if I'm doing it, I'm gonna make it happen. Now, I'm gonna make it happen. Not only am I gonna make it happen, like I said, I got a market day on February 23rd. I got a whole cafeteria that's gonna be open on that day for anybody that want to bring their stuff there to have people take samples of their food and then we could decide on who the best. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I take a little bit of my little meager money. I take a little bit, not money from Gye-Nyame Journey, not money from Gye-Nyame, from my motherfucking pocket, and I will award the winner. Y'all think somebody playing? Y'all think somebody playing? Go ahead.
I don't cook. You know how you said we don't have jobs, we have adventures? I don't cook. I create experiences. You know what I mean? Like from the time I walk into the kitchen, that shit is something to see. I create spectacles that are fucking delicious. You see what I'm saying? So bringing in food is one thing. Sure, it's going to be fucking amazing.
But
Where's
I want people to see what I'm doing so they can walk away and really appreciate the process. You know what I mean?
Need a witness.
Exactly. On top of that, I don't know who cooked that shit y'all brought in here. You know what I mean? I want you to see that everything I got came from a fresh fruit, from a fresh vegetable.
Hold on.
Everything I just
So what you
created.
saying? I gotta provide hot plates or some shit like that? As a cook, y'all should
I'm
have
not
that
saying
shit.
No. Hot Tim.
I'm not.
We gonna treat the cook-off. We gonna treat the cook-off like any respectable sport. So I'm saying you want to bring the gumbo dude in, bring the gumbo dude in, because we're gonna have to just do 2 tiers. But Quasi, the way it's set up, man, it's like this. All right, and the way I had it in my mind, it'll be me and the band on one side of the stage, and Ness and the DJ on the other side.
Who gonna pay for the band?
And
Who gonna pay for the band?
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
I'm just telling you,
All right.
ideally.
Now hold on, Sasha.
Listen.
Sasha
I'm
told me
saying
to hang on.
ideally, when we do my shit and we contracting the people that got the money and the bread to be able to pay for this vision.
Time out.
It's a production.
Time out. Let me tell you about creation.
Hold on.
All right, go ahead. Because I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong right now. Because I could go and solve the problem for you right now. Because you're doing it wrong right now. I'm telling you. You are creating dependent. You're creating dependent on other people's energy. I'm saying, I get your ass here. I talk to Necessary and say we want to do it. Quasi already say he do it. I'll go talk to the gumbo dude and everybody be there. I don't give a fuck if you bring your own shit. You want to create the experience for people. If you want to hire a band, you can.
Listen. I ain't doing nothing wrong. And we talking about we saying 2 different things, I Tim. If you just been patient and let me, because I'm talking to Quasi as a potential aspect of a production that'll be an ongoing thing. But at the same time, I'm trying to say that for you, if we're gonna do this, it should be 2 tiers, right? 2 chefs on the stage at the same time, and in between 1 and 2, you got the judges. However, you decipher who's gonna be eating the food and who's gonna be judging. All right, whoever get those seats, they get those seats to do that. But you got 2 at a time, and the winner of each round go head up. So that's what I'm saying is that we got to treat it like any respectable sport. If we're gonna do it, we got to place it that way and not just have some. You know what I'm saying? So we can have something to come back to. So we can do it again the next quarter with some whole different folk. And at the end, at the end of the year, maybe have 4. You know what I'm saying? The 4 come together, and bam, we got the big holiday.
Why not have the 4? Why not have them all at the same time and giving out samples and letting the people vote?
Because the community is growing with people who are becoming more and more innovative. And the piece is that if we do it on a quarterly level, I'm saying we got 4 competing all on the same day. That's enough. That's enough.
But what I'm saying is,
right?
But what I'm saying is, what
like
you
if we
talking,
do like the summer
you're
festival,
talking
that's
about
all of them. That's cool.
You're trying
like the Rib, and then we got the Rib Fest.
I ain't concerned about. Listen, my issue is this. My issue is I'm gonna make it happen. Fuck the Rib Fest.
Okay.
I don't care about the Rib Fest. I don't care about none of that, dude. I'm concerned about the last Kuumba of the month. Period.
Yeah.
And something that we already got going. Now, what you are presenting is something that, one, I'm not gonna have the budget for. Because you talking about this grand production, I'm talking about working with what the fuck we got. You know what my budget is? Quasi, tell them what our budget is, brother.
No.
Quasi, what's our budget?
That's the part 2. That's the part 2.
I'm not writing grants.
Realize what I'm saying.
I'm not writing grants. What's our budget, Quasi?
When I say it's a listen. When I say it's a process, and when I say it's a process of what I bring, that's why I'm not even talking about your budget. It's because I bring something that we ain't even sat down on yet. So I'm not worried about your budget to be able to finance my production. There's a whole other way that's dealt with.
Okay.
Now, I'm once again crazy. What's our budget?
Whatever we made that day.
You were sitting at the table yesterday. What was the budget?
Say it again.
You were sitting at the table yesterday. What's the budget?
I don't want to put that information out there. We got room to improve.
Okay. We got room to improve. So there's no budget.
But I mean, I agree with Shaka on that. I don't want to let the idea of lack dictate
See, and
my movement.
see that's where y'all miss me at. It's not an issue of lack. If we have a place, we are able to do what we say we're gonna do. And we get people to start buying in, and we market it, and we say, all right, cool, we're going to have this competition going on. We start raising the money. Now what's going to start to happen is it's not going to happen because we depending on other motherfuckers to come up with shit that they're not going to be able to come up with. I'm not about to fall into that trap. I'm providing space.
And that's why you just got to play the game different, Hatim, and that's what I'm saying. That's
hold on.
About
Shaka. Shaka.
I'm gonna play this last game to be able to make it happen.
Shaka, let me know. I'm not. You know what I can't anticipate? Now.
What's that?
I can anticipate this. If I'm depending on other people to participate and put their money in necessarily outside my tribe, I have already lost. I'm not dealing from a position of loss. Why? Because I have a quarter-mile building that I'm able to utilize. I'm being blessed to be able to utilize. So I'm not starting from a position of lack. I'm starting from a position of where I'm at. So if there's going to be a cook-off or anything, I'm expecting people to be able to bring their ingredients. I'm expecting people to bring their hot plates. I ain't expecting nobody to give me a motherfucking budget. You have an opportunity to show the world how good your food experience is, rather than talking all this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you need a band, then you bring a band. Now, I'm going to try to hire a band for that day. But on January 23rd, on February 23rd, it should be able to go down with what we have. Because if we start working with what we have rather than what other people are going to invest in it, we're going to be able to move forward. And the next step is we're going to have more the next time. Because people have already expected it. We've been talking about it. We've been hyping it up. Y'all come on here, you talk shit about, look, I got this meal, boom, boom, I got this, boom, boom, boom. No, all this other shit about waiting on other people's money, I done did that shit, and I'm not about to do that now.
Yeah, there's two different conversations going on, though. Y'all not even really talking about the same thing. That's the thing. It's like there's two different conversations going on, and they're not really
there's not. There's not two conversations going on. There's not two conversations going on. I kind of got to
tap out, because you're not even really trying to hear what we're saying out there, for real.
Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. I'm not trying to hear. I'm giving you the venue in where you could do it at. So how am I not trying to hear you? The whole cook-off piece.
This is how we could do it then. Actually, I just came up with an idea. Shaka to merge both of y'all's ideas. So we use your space. We cook what we cook. Videotape that shit and have the video playing above. If we can, so we can. I don't know. We can make that shit.
Yeah, we can in the cafeteria.
You know what I'm saying? But have a video playing of the whole process. So you're going to see me making the shit that I'm standing next to, at least, to begin or something. But you can't have if y'all talking about two different things, you can't have a competition that's not happening at the place where people are judging it, because it's just not fair. You can't, it's two different things.
What you mean? About. Wait, time out.
Food sharing, let me finish. If you want to have a food sharing and a taste test and that's cool, but that's not a competition by the definition of what a fucking competition is. It can't be, because there's too much room for people to be deceptive.
Oh yeah, be biased. So you got to come with an audience.
And see and Hatim, what I'm talking about is really cataloging an event that over time just increases with new contestants. So it's like, and I don't want to go in too deep on it, but at the end of the day, I'm selling an event. So no matter who buys the event, you get the same experience and the virtual experience of saying, I was a part of that. I was one of the judges, because your people paid the money for that to be presented. So if somebody wants that thing to happen, and on some celebrity stuff, on some local celebrity, however you look at it, it's like, yo, we got Brother Quasi on, he gonna be cooking. The gumbo dude gonna be cooking. This motherfucker Shaka gonna be cooking. Necessary cooking. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, well, that's an event now. Now, if we say, yo, that event costs $5,000 and you get a band, you get, you know,
See, there we
that
go.
purchase all
There
the
we
food
go.
that we're going to be cooking.
There
You
we
got
go.
a band, you got a DJ, you
There
got
we
an
go.
event.
See, and that's
Yo,
and
there's
maybe
people out there that will pay that for that experience.
you were supposed to have this in 2017. What happened?
He was booked already in Columbus, and the show happened here in Cleveland. So I just cut the whole cooking part. Still had the band. Crate Digger came down and performed, or came up and performed. Eddie, Perez, they was all here. Necessary couldn't make it.
All right.
But I'm saying, yo, that event, that was a $7,500 event. Somebody paid for it. We can have one of those every month. We just need somebody to pay for it.
We just need somebody.
It's not, you know, it's not rocket science. What it is that when you get people, when you tap out of the communities that we like over tapping right now, and I think that's what happens, Hatem, but that's your lane. That's your lane in terms, I feel like a lot of times you put a lot of weight on the black dollar in terms of your movement, where for me, I put a weight on just the whole universal aspect of money. You know what I mean? I don't think that either one of us is wrong in that regard because it's all about our relationships. I'm saying that I've had, you know, I've had the experience go both ways. But at the end of the day, because I deal with what I deal with the way that I do, I know that when it comes down to it, we live in a day and age where people pay for events. And when it comes to the fact that, hey, I want to throw a party, I want to do something innovative, I want to do something different. Yo, at the end of the day, you got that and then some. You know, so you got your caterer, you got your band, you got your party all wrapped up in one with some personality. You and 3 other guests can be on some Simon from the Voice type shit with these chefs while we doing your backyard boogie. All your friends looking at you like, man, they got hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's
Now,
it's really about closing deals. If I put it down where I'm like, yo, Hatem, book the backyard boogie, and for every backyard boogie you book, you get 15%. Man, listen, we should be booked into 2020 by now.
Now, there's once again, I put my faith in what I know. Not necessarily the unknown, or you call it the universal money. After dealing with universal money, I see that it don't necessarily work, and I believe that people who are involved do put up money in there, and they have proven me right. Now, it ain't 5,000 or 7,500 for an event. What I was talking about was having something on the side of what we're going to be doing on February 23rd. All this other stuff.
That's a done deal.
No, but what
Let's not even talk money about that shit.
See, but hold on.
Let's let that happen.
No, hold on. We have to talk money, because if you come down expecting for me to be able to contract you to do something, I'm not going to be able to do that shit.
Tim, that's why I don't work that way. That's why I'm saying let's not talk money, because if you can produce something, it's a blessing.
I produce space. I'm good at that. I produce space and time. I'm a master of space and time. And like I said, and it's like I'm hearing, but what I'm saying is, first off, we got to talk to Necessary, possibly the Gumbo Dude, and there's a whole bunch of other cooks out there. But I understand, keep it to about 3, maybe 4.
Well, you Don King right now. Make that shit happen. I'm coming with a spatula and a black skillet.
You got a cooking unit? Well, I got to provide that too.
Come on.
I'm just saying. You got to be able to cook that shit right there.
Yeah.
The
If
thrift
I gotta
store,
plug
the
into some,
thrift store is amazing.
some tabletop 110, and so be it. That's what it'll be.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you that thrift store is incredible for making shit happen. Because people will come.
You're right.
People will come to get some free samples. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And
Hey.
then we will, and they'll come out. What I'm saying is, it's something that could grow on its own, but also can be connected to something else to help the growth with that as well. Because another piece that,
You're
as far as,
absolutely right.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, but my whole issue is, I don't honestly think that I need a lot of outside money. Because I don't know. I mean, because I don't know. Maybe y'all done had different dealings. My issue with a lot of outside money is that once you start having outside money, you start having outside influence on the event that you have. And I have a problem with that. Now we got to cover this issue, or we got to cover that issue. No, I'll buy a booth. Shut your mouth. You don't tell me how to do it.
Okay, so tell me what issue you had of this. When I was there in Columbus back in 2002, the principal of New Albany High School paid $5,000 for my band to come out and do a Columbine anniversary. That's the only time in history that anybody in Columbus paid us what we asked for. What's wrong with that?
Because every time you go out, you should be getting that. Is what I'm assuming the answer should be.
Right. But I'm asking you, okay, New Albany, of course, that's a whole culture of people that ain't got nothing to do with your interfold. Yes?
Huh?
I said that community of folks in New Albany doesn't really align with the resource base of who you go and depend on financially when we make financial moves. You were talking about having influence in other spaces outside of your focal group. So I'm trying to see how that causes any type of conflict.
Whenever outside dollars come in, man, people expect stuff, man. That's all I'm saying. I mean, maybe you ain't experienced that. Now, if they hire you as a specific band, right? One of the reasons that Kwanzaa we're able to do what we kind of want to with Kwanzaa is because all the money we raise came from us, and a majority of the money came from us. Period. All other events or all other programs, all of them have been compromised because all the money that comes in is people, in a sense, we're giving you a favor. So could you please, blah, blah, blah. And if you won't deal with that, it's not an issue until you have to deal with that. But hold on, let me go back real quick. Brother Kwame say, damn, Kwesi marketing like a mother brother. He also say, who knows the major difference between a tier and a bridge? Kwame, what is the difference between a tier and a bridge? I don't know the difference. A tier is a level, I imagine, and a bridge takes you to the other side of something. So maybe that's it. He says having a blind taste test. He says budget is income / expenses. Like the cooking shows, like though he talking about trying to go with what y'all saying, like the cooking shows. He says also New Albany is not invested in our space and time, but to steal, kill, and something else. I can't go here. I got to put another O in here so I can see. Kill and destroy. New Albany is not invested in our space and time, but to steal, kill, and destroy. So, alright. So, I'm gonna have to have some more meetings. And we'll talk about this well, don't hit your mama's picture, please. Don't hit nothing over there. Family, I'm about to get up. We've been on here almost
6 days.
Ain't no damn 6 days, little girl. We've been on 2 hours and 28 minutes.
2 hours.
And I'm about to get on up.
Hey, Don King.
Yeah, well, don't call me that because Don King be robbing motherfuckers. I'm Brother Hot Tim. But I mean, it's a possibility we could put something together. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Make it happen.
Oh, that's my philosophy. Let me work my mind. Let me work my mind around it. All right, and I'll also talk with Crazy too. Cause Crazy, you was hyped about it, man. You ready to get to work, man?
No, you already been at work for 2 hours or something.
He got his own. He rolling up again. All right, family. This is Brother Hatim. I want to thank you for joining us on the journey. And we are out. So we out. We out. Facebook, Periscope,